This vegetable is absolutely amazing. Everything is so real. And you think when give thanksgiving for what we eat, where are we going to start? With the people who did the growing, or the pumpkin that started way back in a seed? People looking after it. Someone had to actually gather the seeds. The earth, the sun, and all those things had to happen to it. Had to grow. It's just an amazing process. So if you think of that within yourself, like if you go back to the seed, what is that potential in a pumpkin seed to make a pumpkin? What is that seed inside you that makes you? If you open the seed, like they say in the story, there's still nothing in there. Or there's everything. So in this tiny seed, we get a pumpkin. I think it should be passed around. And it's amazing what we take for granted. You know, in terms of what we eat, how we live. You can imagine the amount of food it takes for one person to eat the way we eat so well. And just what are we doing with that? When we take things for granted, what happens? And it's just really amazing to think of gratitude and how we have to learn it. And then I opened the Kundalini book because this book contains everything. If you have just want to know something, you look up the word and Swami Radha has those seeds planted. It's so important to know about gratitude. It's like one of the most important things to keep us together as a community, as people, as humans, to be grateful for what we've been given. And there are times in my life where I felt that, like it's not something that you can make happen, but you can practice. But then there's that time when everything in your body responds, and you know that you're just grateful. No one has to, there's no doubt in your mind. And learning to become grateful so that it becomes natural. And it just comes out of its own account. And it's not the thanks that you just say with unawareness or just as a habit, but it's something that really, really counts for you. And we're grateful for what we receive to balance the criticism that's constantly being played out in our mind. And you can even keep track of that if you want. Just to see where the powerful emotions arise, where your desires arise, where your habits arise, so that you blank something out. You criticize someone, you make a judgment of yourself first of all. You get used to doing that. So gratitude is one of the most important and finest feelings. And it plays a part in your practice and in the results that you get. The interesting thing is that even the teacher or the person or the guru who's given you the practice, you may resent them at first because they're they're breaking the illusions. Their job is to open up, to make you aware, so that you're not stuck. And so eventually you realize that they've been your friend. And that's when the deep gratitude comes. Because then you can see how you were and what you've become. And someone helped you do that. Someone helped you grow, just like someone helped the pumpkin grow. In some cases, it's that healing takes place because there's gratitude. And then there's the delight of Ambrosia. As she goes through the Kundalini system, she talks about the cool whiteness of the ambrosia, nectar and ambrosia. And that's the insights that you get as you do your practice and as you change your identification. And what it does is it makes you not so greedy. It gives you that coolness and that whiteness, that white lightness of just taking that time not to be judgmental, just to not judge and wait for the conclusion. Wait to practice that suspending judgment. And then you know that that gratitude is for the part of you, your higher self, that has been there in your time of need. So that seed has always been there. That ability to grow you into light. I'm always growing into light. So that's where the gratitude, that's where the identification is with the light. And what I'd like to do is just take us to that place, because we have the power of imagination. Just become aware of your spine and focused on the space between your eyebrows. We'll do a visualization. So in your mind's eye, take yourself to your inner courtyard, the heart lotus, your personal temple, and expand for your whole body, and all the space around you becomes sustained and protected by divine light. Let your mind create the atmosphere. And your feelings express the mood. Be alone in your own heart, finding that seed of light, allowing it to expand and grow. Coming from this place of forgiveness and thanksgiving, understanding, mercy, let the heart open to who you truly are. To receive and to give. And allow that attitude of gratitude, awe, and wonder the discovering of the divine within. Namaste. So hold that feeling. Take it with you. Remember that you're growing into light, filled with gratitude.